What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious. You guys are the 11 crew, and this is another Minecraft tutorial. Alright guys, this is actually an old build on another channel that I did, right? It's like an old frame, but it's completely updated. I changed everything about the redstone. I just gutted it. Okay, I completely gutted it. In the past, the other one I had, which I will do a tutorial on if you guys want that, but there has to be enough requests, is every light was a different number. So you can have 1 through whatever, and you can have people standing there and they have to pick, let's say, 5 numbers, and if they get 5 numbers correct, they win a prize, right? This one is an actual, it's just, they could just walk up to it and do it themselves. They don't need anybody there to monitor them, okay? So the way you do it, there's a 1 in 18 chance. All the lights activate at the same time. It's just a way of showing you that you won. And I really just wanted to get it to say lotto on it. So what you do is you could put 1 in at a time. You could put however many you want at a time. But you do have to press the button. Okay, and the reason I did that is a lot of systems, as soon as you feed it in, it just sucks it up. And I didn't want that. I didn't want it to just suck it up, because what if you change your mind? What if you're like, I forget it. I'm not wasting my diamonds on this, right? But you can put in whatever payment you want there. I do suggest diamonds. I mean, it makes it more fun. Or gold, or whatever the currency, the big currency is in your world. Right? So you load it up. You have 64 chances right now. You press a button. Okay, as you can see, the item gets sucked in. Also, keep in mind, if you put anything else in there, it's not going to go. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. You put anything else in there, it's just not going to. I think it should pop out. It should pop out there. Or actually, let's do the. Let's do this. I don't need iron ingots. I don't even know why they're there. Yeah, it's not going to go at all. Okay, so it's only going to be the payment. So you got a diamond, nothing. Right now, there's a 1 in 18 chance, so I could be here for a while and not get anything. But I do want to show you what happens when you win. So we're just gonna stand here and press it. Now you also will hear some tones. One tone means you were halfway to winning, and 2 tones is for when you win. You don't have to have 2 tones. You could just have the 1. I just thought it'd be kind of cool. And you can customize this so many ways. You can make the odds even greater. You can make the odds less. You can determine how much of a payout you want. Right now, I have it set to 25 diamonds is the payout. So if you win the jackpot, you can get up to, I should say up to, not 25 exactly, but up to 25. And the way it works is every time you press this button, there's going to be another item added to the, another 2 items, I should say, added to the jackpot. Okay? So it's going to be another 2 items added to the jackpot. Now, the way that the odds are set up, the person who owns this should make out. 1 in 18 chances, pretty good chance that whoever owns it is going to make out. But it's not a guarantee. Okay? It's not a guarantee. Because as we all know, it's 1 in 18, but it's so randomized that, you know, who knows? You could win 3 or 4 in a row. The odds are definitely not in your favor, but they're there. Okay, so as you see, it's going to take a while, so let me just get to a point where I can actually win. And like I said, you can lower these odds. You can customize it from anywhere from winning every time to anywhere in between up to 18. And you can also add more. You can make it 27. You can make it 36. You just got to keep adding the randomizers in the places I show you. Wow, this is great. I just wanted to show you how hard. That's why it's called a lottery and not a casino. Because, you know, casinos, you got to at least give people something. You got to give them something back. Lottery, it's pretty much all or nothing, right? All right, guys. So there we go. It took me a very, very long time. So I would suggest lower the odds. This was actually the second grouping of 64. I actually haven't tested it since I put in the second randomizer. So 1 in 18 might be a little crazy, although it is the lotto, right? I mean, you can't win them all. And as you see, we can win up to 25. So out of 2 stacks of 64, I only have 39 left. So actually, that's not terrible. Okay, that's not terrible. And if you were the person who owned it, let's see, where is it? Is it right here? You would have this many diamonds right now. Right. Well, there was also some in there from before, so there's a stack of that. Right. So that's how many you'd have from before. So it is in the favor of the person who owns it. It does take a long time. Actually, I would say just leave it, because, you know, if somebody wants to stand there the whole time and do it at once, that's fine. I suggest you come by. You know, if you guys build this in your world, you can start off every episode by saying, all right, let's see if we hit the jackpot today, throw in 1 diamond, and then you walk away. And if everybody does that in the server, it would be pretty fun. Okay, but anyway, let's get into what you need and how to build. Actually, we can keep the diamonds in there. Okay, so we'll go right here. All right, so you're gonna need for the design. I'm gonna be using purple concrete. You could use whatever you want. We don't need top snow, and we don't need a button. Okay, so we're gonna be using that. I'm gonna be using quartz. I'm gonna be using pillar quartz. I'm gonna be using some quartz slabs. Okay, we're gonna be using some redstone lamps. We're gonna be using some stairs, quartz, of course. We're going to be using. No, we don't need observers. We're going to be using one drop or a few droppers, a bunch of hoppers. Okay, take some eggs with you, or I mean, you can use anything else that's a 16 stack item. I just suggest eggs. I figure they're easier to come by. You only need 4, and then take an anvil because you're going to name them. Okay, so name them anything else but eggs. It doesn't matter. Name them something weird, just a random number. Just again, so people don't, can't break your system. A lot of times you'll put in like grass or something, but it's still an item that can be found. If you name it, it's not an item that can be found. So if you just name it something random, nobody's going to know what it is. Okay, you're going to need 1 block of redstone for the clock, a bunch of redstone, some repeaters, a few comparators. Obviously, your payment system, we're going to be using diamonds, some redstone torches, note blocks if you want, and some sticky pistons. Okay, first what you're going to do is you're going to start off by going 4 in the air. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, really quick, hold on. I just want to make sure I indented that inside piece. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then on that 4th one, whoops, 1, 2, 3. And on the 4th one, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You're going to put a lamp. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come out with it 14 more. So for a total of 15. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, for me, I'm just going to surround it in this color. Do whatever you like. Does not matter. I'm just going to show you the pattern that I did over there. Again, that's easily customizable. Okay, cool. Then what you're going to do on the floor in front of it, you're just going to put upside down stairs, but make sure it's 1 in front. Okay, so you're not going directly underneath it. You're just going 1 in front. Okay, and you're going to go the whole length of it. Then you're going to come up with your whatever decorative block. I'm going to be using the pillar quartz again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up with the pillar quartz. Okay, then again, we're just going to be going all the way, all the way down. Okay, with our stairs. Okay, again, we're going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then again, we're going to do our stairs upside down here. Okay, just like that. And over here. Really quick, one thing I forgot. Hold on, I just forgot. Oh, I put Lotto. Okay, I was like, how did I put the Y? It was just Lotto. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to come out with it. We're going to come out right there. And right there. Okay, and then you can come up with the pillar quartz or the regular blocks. I'm just going to be using, I'm just going to be using the, just the regular blocks. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to take our half slabs, just run them across. Okay, I don't believe we need half slabs or pillar quartz or stairs at this point anymore, I don't believe. So we should be cool to just take some of these items. Okay, so now you're just going to put the L. So just going to do L. Okay, skip a space, do your O. Okay, and then for your T, start at the top. Make sure you skip a space from the top of the left part of the T. Same thing here, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to end it 1, 2, 3, just like that. Okay, boom. And there's your Lotto. And then what I did was behind it is where I put the white, or the quartz in this case. Okay, just like so. And you can do it however you want. You can do it inside of it if you want. I just wanted to give it some depth and dimension to it. Okay, and that always works well when you change the positioning of the blocks. See how it pops out a little bit. Same thing with the middle. Okay, and then we're just gonna run this all along here like that, While we're here though, let's go ahead and add our redstone. That's going to come into play later, but let's just add it now. All the way like that. Cool. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to find our center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's our center. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put our dropper facing that way. Okay, and now you're gonna have to dig down a little bit over here. I don't remember how much it's dug out. Is it 4? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Let's just say 4. Okay, and you're gonna dig down a little bit. There's gonna be a lot of digging after this, just so you know. Like 2 or 3 down. Sorry for that car alarm if you guys hear it. That never really happens in this neighborhood, but okay. So now we're just gonna go like that. Cool, cool, cool. Just to give us some room. We're going to be doing a lot of digging, especially in the front part as well. Okay, and then actually go over again this way. All right, so before we dig this out, what you're going to do is you're going to put, see where the dropper is? To the left of this block, you're going to put a hopper going that way. Okay, and then we're going to keep this here so we can actually move. So now what we're going to do is the block underneath the hopper, leave it empty. Okay, put a block there. Oh, wait, no, sorry. No, the block, okay, so block empty underneath the hopper, and then a block under that, you're going to go ahead and put a torch, okay, with the block on top. All right, and then, oh, nope, it's not going into that one. And then going into that block, you're going to have a repeater. Okay, so it looks like that. So there's a block underneath the hopper. Underneath that block is the torch that's connected to this block, and like this. So now it's essentially just a filter. Okay, so you're going to have a comparator coming out of that hopper into this. Okay, now we can go ahead and we can add the rest of our stuff. But before we do that, let's figure out where we're going to have it. I believe it's on the 4th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's where it's going to be. Just like that. Okay, so count this actual dropper here. And then go, so that's 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. Okay, so you want it in the center, and you want to leave an air gap above it, or a gap above it like that, and then put something down, or have a gap above it, and then put something down. I don't remember if it's white or if it's purple. You can leave it empty for now, because we're gonna do the whole floor anyway. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is you're gonna put hoppers coming out of it. So 1, 2, 3. What is it? Besides the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want 5 hoppers, and then this one going down. Okay, so the hopper that comes out of that dropper goes to the left. That dropper goes down, and then everything else feeds into that other dropper. Okay, so now what we can do is we can actually set up our filter. All right, so again, what you're going to do, or what I suggest you do, you don't have to do it, but I do suggest it, is take an anvil, take some eggs, and I don't care, name them whatever, 6666. Doesn't matter. It's not the devil's number, it's 1 extra, so we're good. Okay, then you're going to load up the filter like this. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, we're doing that one hopper that comes out of the original dropper to the left. Oh, by the way, we do need a button. I'm sorry. I said you didn't need a button. You did need a button. I don't know why I said that. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your diamonds and you're going to place 7 in there. And I'll explain why 7 in a second. I don't know why I had 7. So 7, and then 1 should filter out, and 1's going to be in here. And the reason you want to do 7 is because you need 1 in here, so that way there's always at least 1 thing in the output for the prizes. Okay, when they press the button. Otherwise, if they win the initial time, they're only going to get, I think they're only going to get 1, possibly 2 or 3, or maybe it's 3 that they get at the same time. I can't remember. But regardless, you want to make sure that they have something in there. Okay? So there's that. Now we can, I just like to cover this back up to show that I did it. Okay, now what we're going to do right here is we're going to work on the first randomizer. So all you're going to do is you're going to take a dropper, face it up. You guys probably know how to do this. I've done this a million times. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take, you have to take, this is where the odds come into play. Okay, so if you want a 1 in 9 odds, because there's 9 slots, you're going to take 1 sword, 1 wooden sword, so 1 non-stackable item, Okay, and then take the rest. They're all stackable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does not matter what they are. They just have to be different. It can't be like 8 of the same items because it has to take up all different slots. Okay, so the way this works is there's a 1 in 9 chance because this one's going to output a signal stronger than 1. These are only going to output a signal of 1. So this is how you change the odds. If you want a better chance of winning, you just add more, or just take away, I should say, one of these stackable items. Okay, and if you want it to be, I do suggest you leave it like this, at least for the first one. Maybe change the second one, but I do suggest for the first one, you leave a 1 in 9 chance, or just change the output. You could change the output to much lower if you want to increase the odds. But I do suggest if you have the odds on insanely high like I do, I think 25 is a great minimum prize. My opinion, but I think it's a decent one. Okay, and then really quick, let me just see how far apart I put that. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so on the fourth one. Okay, so this is what I did. So on this fourth one right here, okay, so we're going to end up breaking some of these for a little bit. Right, so 1, 2, 3 on the fourth one. You're going to put a dropper facing this way, okay? And then what you're going to do, hold on. I think we can come out this way. Yeah. Okay, so then what you're going to do is on that third row, so as you see here, 1, 2, break that third row, so that's the row that's closest to the wall in front of where this dropper is. You're going to just put all these hoppers here. And obviously I'll explain all of this in a second. So just make sure all the hoppers feed into each other. Now you could have it feeding into this one if you want. I don't know, I just like the extra extended part. So let's just break this for 1 second. I need to get out of here. Okay, 1, 2. So now what you're going to do is you're going to fill this up with the same prize or whatever prize you want to give. Okay, so the way this works is when they put an item in, okay, when they put that diamond in or whatever you choose, it goes into, it goes into this dropper as well as this goes into the dropper, whatever's here. So I do suggest you keep this the same thing and fill it the hell up. So make sure whatever you have, you can fill it up. Otherwise, you're going to be here a lot filling it up. That's the, obviously it does require some of your own attention to it. I guess it all depends on how much people play. But this is a lot of games here, right? So you want to fill that up with whatever it is. So maybe make it gold or iron or something. Just whatever you can afford to fill a lot up. Okay, and let's put that back. Okay, so that's how that works. So every time they deposit something in here, let's stick that button on, by the way. Every time they deposit something in here, what's going to happen is that will be one of the prizes they can get, as well as this. So every time they put one in, at minimum of 2 are going to be coming back. Minimum of 2, because we're going to be adding more ways for this thing to actually get prizes. It can be up to 4 every time that more stuff can get added. So it's just like a lotto. The more times you play and the less, and if people don't win, it increases, right? So then what we're going to do is we're going to come here. So now that this is filled up, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to take your comparator coming out of this hopper. Okay, you're going to go, oh, actually, sorry, you have to break that. You have to go 1, 2. Now we're going to do our second filter, our second randomizer right here. So again, another dropper facing up with another hopper facing into it. Now this is where I was talking about if you wanted to add more hoppers or more randomizers. So instead of going this way, you would just go this way and come around here, and you could just add a ton more if you wanted to. I mean, I don't really suggest you do it, but you could. Let me just see something really quick. I just wanted to see where I had that one. So it's the one to the right. Okay, cool. So then the way I did this one was coming out of it, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Comparator, redstone, redstone, redstone. We're going to do a repeater into a block with dust on the side. We'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, but now what we're going to do is we're going to add more ways to go into here, and we're going to fill up this randomizer. Okay, So what we're gonna, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put a repeater here into a, where is it? Actually, we can do that. I'll tell you what. We can do this. We can do a note block here. So do a note block. Put whatever tune you want. Doesn't really matter. Just put a little tune. Okay, into a tune, and then we're gonna put. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, not there. We're gonna put redstone. Right. Redstone. Now you can put a tune here, and then we're gonna put torch on that. Oops. Just make sure you crouch. Okay. And then actually we don't need this or this. Just do not cover this note block, whatever you do. Don't cover it at all. It'll screw it up. You can cover this if you want, or just leave it open. I'd suggest you build this into like the side of something, you know, so all of this is hidden. I couldn't really hide it. It's really about the front part of it. Okay, so that's that. So now what happens is every time, every single solitary time, this is how you activate it. Every single time that button is pressed, regardless of the signal strength, okay, because even if it's 1, you're still going to activate this. So it's still going to give the item. So that's the first one, right? That is the very, very first one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a repeater here on full delay. And again, you can put another note block. So we're going to actually have 3 note blocks in this one. Okay, so now if this first randomizer gets fully activated, okay, and it goes to here, it's going to output another one. So that's going to be 2. Okay, and now here's where we're going to do our third one, right here. So activate that on full ticks, another note block, again some other just random tune, whatever you want. You can actually set it to something nice if you'd like, and put a crouch and put another torch there. Okay, so we've actually just activated this 3 times, so there's already 3 in there. All right, so now every time you press the button, it's going to get 1. If this one gets, if this one actually is a stackable item or non-stackable item, and it goes to here, we're going to get 2 items that are dispensed. You still may not win the game. Okay, again, if this one gets activated, regardless, so once this one is activated, this one's automatically going to be activated. All right, so either way, you're going to get. Actually, you know what? We should do it this way. No, we can't because that'll activate that. No, just keep it like this. So it's going to be 1 or 3. There's no 2, because once this gets activated, this automatically does anyway, because it's only an output of 1, right? So as soon as this goes, this is going to go no matter what. So it's either going to be 1 or 3 times that this is going to go through, plus the actual payment. So it's up to 4 that get added to the output every single time. Okay, and that's with or without winning. So if you don't win, but you get up to here, you've just added 4 extra prizes, or 4 extra items to the output. So that's pretty cool. So again, it can increase pretty quickly. So you do just have to make sure you check this every once in a while. Okay, just come through and double check it. Cool. So now what we're going to do really quick, let's just come up here, and we're going to put a torch on top of that. Block there. Torch. It's coming out to the side. Okay. Block. Torch out to that side. Block on top. And torch there. And you got to make sure it's off. Obviously, you want the lights off. Cool. Before we forget, let's make sure we fill up this randomizer. Okay, that's huge. I'm going to keep the same odds because I like them. Actually, I'll tell you what. We'll increase this one. So I'm going to do 2 wooden swords. And then just some random... Whoops, did not mean to do that. Well, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Yeah, that. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put in 2 of those. And then these items here. All right, so now there is a 3... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a 3 out of 18 chance of winning. Okay. Cool. So now that we got this whole back done, so the whole back is all set up. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand how that works. We got our payments, set up. This one's going to take diamonds. It's also going to output diamonds. Here's where you change the randomization of it, right? This is where you change the odds. Okay, this is obviously where you change the payments. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to hook up basically when you win. So this is how many items get dispensed. So in the back is what the prize is. Over here is going to be exactly how to dispense the prize. Okay, so you're going to break all of this for now. I forget exactly where it is. I'm going to be over there in a second double checking. Just give yourself some room. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. So find out where that block is, right? So there's the block there and there. So what you want to do is put down a repeater coming out of this block. Okay, don't change the ticks or anything. Just leave it like that. You're going to put that into a block, right? Or is it? No, it's not into a block. I think it's into, yeah. Put that into a piece of redstone dust, then that into a block, and that into a redstone torch. I'm just going to double check really quick over here. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Nope, I was wrong. Yeah, block into a torch, and then it starts on the next one. Right, okay, cool. So now what we're going to do, oops, right here, okay, so this is the block with the torch, and then right here you're going to put a piece of redstone, okay, and you're going to come out. So this block is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, actually for this, I'll tell you what, just to make sure this does not get stuck in any way, come inside with it one. So go like this. Okay, because we're going to be putting a piece of redstone here, and I don't want it to get screwed up. Okay, so block there on that 6th one. So you get the block, then 1, 2, 3, 4 space, another block with redstone on top, and obviously this is where our clock is going to go. Okay, so we're going to put our comparator there, the 2 hoppers facing each other in the middle. Okay, so again, however many items you have in here, half of it is how many comes out. So if you put in 30 items here, there's going to be 15 item prize. Okay, again, I suggest you put in 50 items just to do a 25 prize if you have the odds I have. So let's take a stack of 64, and we'll just take out 14. Okay, so we're going to put those in there in a second, not right now. Okay, whoops. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the top part. So take our sticky piston, coming out of this redstone dust right there. You're going to put that. You're going to put a block of redstone there, and then another sticky piston coming right out of that redstone, just like that. Cool, the etho clock, the famous etho clock. Okay, now just come down here to this left hopper, okay, the one that doesn't have the block of redstone on it, and just put in your 50 items. Whoops, did not go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go like this. There we go. Put your 50 items in there. You should see them move. That's perfectly fine. That's what you want. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to go 1 redstone, 2 redstone, repeater, right? And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then break that. Okay, right where this redstone, right where this repeater is in that block, just put down a junk block for a second. Put a hopper. Go back here. Put another hopper. So again, we're gonna have another little hopper clock. This time, it only has to have 1 item in it. Does not matter what it is. Any item does not matter. Doesn't matter if it's stackable or non-stackable. And then put 2 pieces of redstone on top like that. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a comparator coming out of it. Okay, into a block with a torch. Hopefully nothing comes out of that. Good. And that's it. You are set up. You are done. So I'll explain this to you right now. Okay, so what happens is when the game is actually won, so when it goes all the way down to the 3rd one, right? When this second randomizer goes off and this gets activated, it's going to flash this block for a second, which is going to activate this, which is going to turn off this torch again for 1 second, which is going to pull this back, okay? And it's going to lock this hopper for a second, allowing all of these items to flow. Again, when this moves, it's going to flicker. It's going to turn this off for that whole amount of time. Okay, so for 30 ticks, which in this case, it goes back and forth. So back and forth, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 30 times. But the problem is it only goes off every time it gets to here. So that's 2 ticks. So when it goes this way, it's not activating, and then this way. So that's why whatever half of that is this. Okay? If that makes sense. I may be explaining that too wrong. But anyway, regardless, however many you put in here, right in that dropper. That's half of that is however many items. So make sure you put an even amount, because an odd amount is not going to do anything. So if you put in 15, it's only going to give you 7 back, because it goes half of the previous one, which is 14. Okay, so put in an even number here. I would not go higher than 25. That's just a little too much. I mean, I guess you could do more than that, but I think that's going to be crazy. And then also keep in mind, if you're the person running the game, you are probably going to want to go. I mean, I'm obviously in a test world, so I can't go further down. But you're obviously going to want to have a way to go underneath this game, so you can come in here and take this. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So you're probably going to want to build like 4 layers down instead of 2, and then be able to walk underneath and take out the prizes as you want. Okay, so now I'm just going to give you the little design that I used. You do not have to use it at all, but for thoroughness of the tutorial, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so what I did was I ran it like this. Okay, so we're going to go into that. And then really quick, did I go, how many did I go? So it was 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was wrong. Okay, so it's 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so you're going to come all the way across with that. And just like so. I told you there was a lot of digging in the front. And again, a machine like this, especially if you have a mini game area of your world, you want to make it something. You don't want to just hide it away. Too many times you can, but I just feel like it's supposed to be a fun mini game. Why not make it a big thing, right? A big build. There we go. Make sure I didn't break anything as I'm doing it. I felt like I just knocked into something. Okay, I didn't. Good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is take this purple, go all the way across with it like so. Take this white and go just like this. All right, and then I believe I did a line, but then I did a... Yeah, it's on the 4th one it comes out, right? Yep. So I went kind of like this. So I did a line going like this, right? And then I think it was like, hold on. Thought I knew. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one comes all the way down. So it goes on like this outline, right? And then every 3rd one. So right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there. Okay, and that just created a fun little pattern on the floor in case you guys are interested in doing it. Just like that, right? And now you're all set. So again, you stick in your payment really quick. And the other thing I suggest you do also, just so people know, is you just take an item frame and just put what the payment is, right? Just stick a diamond in there. Okay, so you put a diamond in, and then you press the button. And again, the odds are not in your favor, although this time I made them a little bit better, right? And if you did it the right way, you should get, here, let's, oh, there we go, look at that. If you did it the right way, you're going to be getting stuff back. Now remember, it's up to 25 that I have it set for, so we didn't actually play enough to earn that much. So you got 7 that time. So not too bad. Either way, you're going to be getting what you put in already. All right, and then you could just keep playing it. Oh, look at that. I don't know why that was like that, but cool. Oh, it's still going off. That's right. You got to wait for it to go off. I'm sorry. And the reason I did that was because there could be up to 25 items in there. So it's gonna keep going off no matter what. So just wait it out. I can't hear. I know the sound's on for you guys, but I have my TV muted and I don't have headphones in, so I can't hear it. So once the noise stops, hopefully it stops, then you could play again. Right? Then you could play again and again and again, and there you have it. A little fun automatic lotto machine in your world, so nobody has to be around. Hopefully nobody cheats. Again, do it with guys you trust. And then make sure when you're done, if you don't use all your diamonds or all your payment, you take it back. Otherwise, it's up for grabs for the next person, right? That's going to do for me, guys. Until next time, Captain Obvious out. Peace.